Akademiks. Can't ride no way.
I know Wack on Clubhouse getting it lit right now.
Hello?
My man, Wack100, man.
What's up, bro?
What's going on with you, man? Did you see the news?
Yeah, a little bit. Hold on. R&B, go get me the baby oil.
Yo, hey.
Yo, listen. You know what's fucked up? There's no law against having baby oil, bro.
By the way, you in the wrong business. You in the baby diaper business. You should get in the baby oil business. You could have been wholesaling to Diddy.
But what I'm saying is, why people take how do you know the baby oil company didn't just ship him a bunch of goddamn boxes of shit just because maybe they hoping one day when he's preparing himself he shows that. Why everybody gotta look at that shit like it's about the shit, bro? This shit is crazy. That's illegal about baby oil. Nah, we gotta kill the narrative because we be doing it to our own people, bro.
Well, they also said lubricant, so we thinking KY jelly too.
Yeah, but they never say. You notice that they never. It could have been one thing, a lubricant, which majority of people have some form of lubricant for whatever reason, right? They never said how many bottles of lubricant or how many tubes of lubricant, right? You know, they never said that. They said it was 1,000 bottles of baby oil and lubricant. They never said how many things of lubricant, bro. But end of the day, I sent Jason Lee 8,000 pieces of diapers, bro.
Oh, all right,
right?
But come on, Wack.
Yeah, no, I sent him this shit, bro. So he ain't got no babies.
Well, hey, if the feds came in, they would probably think he doing something else.
But see, that's where the bullshit is at. There's nothing illegal about having baby oil unless the baby oil is diluted with some type of drug or some type of shit, man. Let's kill the motherfucking baby oil thing, bro. Come on, man. God damn, man. Shit.
Okay. All right. Well, I mean, I think that's a reasonable. I do think that they put the baby oil to jump off the page to make him look like a freaky sexual deviant that constantly had sexual. You know, again, you're right. Baby oil isn't necessarily like an item that could be used only in sex.
I went, bro, because they keep using this word "freak off," right?
Yeah.
And I'm getting tired of that word too, right?
Why?
Because I went to Google. I said definition of freak off, right? It says African American vernacular, to masturbate or ejaculate or to have wild or unorthodox sex. So that's 4 things. I'm guilty of 3 of them.
Wait, hold on.
I'm a convict. I have definitely masturbated and ejaculated, and I've definitely had wild sex with my woman. Now, I don't know what unorthodox sex is. I didn't look that up. What is that?
Well, I think that is the
Are you not guilty of a freak off yet? Because I've
had a threesome. I've had a threesome.
Okay,
I don't think that's a freak off though. Nah, freak off ain't no. A freak off ain't a threesome. A freak off. All right, pull at this. This is what I think a freak off.
That ain't what the definition says, Ak.
Yeah, some nigga made that up. We know what a freak off means for Diddy.
No,
he's in the cuck chair. He's in the cuck chair, and he has sex workers plowing his woman.
Hold on, listen to me. Okay, so we gonna say Adam 22 has freak off. Him and his wife fuck bitches every week.
Yep, but it's contractual. If they were doing that recreationally and one of them chicks.
What do you mean?
All right, let me ask you a question. You know the whole T.I. and Tiny thing.
Nobody that was in those rooms naked was forced to do shit.
Okay, all right. Well, I don't think a freak off is inherently illegal, but I'm gonna be honest with you. If you have a sex worker, I think that's like the basis of a freak off. Like, come on, you've hired a sex worker.
Okay, hold on, Act now. Yeah. See, tread lightly, because you yourself has said I was over at the bar. The bitch was entertaining bad. I gave the bitch a couple $100 and asked if she wanted to come back with me.
Hell no.
You said that,
Hell nah. Yo, I'm like Bobby Schmurder. We not paying for vagina. Nope.
Yo, listen, we all pay for pussy in some way.
Well, okay.
You take a chick to the movies, to a dinner, and you pay for the room, you pay for some pussy.
Okay. Well,
so are we establishing that you have to know or be with somebody for a certain amount of time? So when you have sex, it's not considered that? How many motherfucking brawls you done went to the club They come back
Wack.
from the club to the room and you hit.
Wack, I'm not gonna lie. You running a mean. Yo, right now you should be on the defense team. Let me ask you a question. So, are you trying to say nothing sounds odd about the description you heard that a woman who, by the way, we've seen her on camera running away from him. Supposedly she was running from the freak off. Cassie. He beat her ass, dragged her back to the room.
But listen, they did that to establish character. No, that is an assault. That is a domestic abuse. That's violence, right? We didn't see no sexual shit happening right there. It wasn't like, I didn't see no other tricks. I didn't see him forcing her head down. No, I seen her trying to leave. He came out and did some crazy shit. That's one thing. That's an assault. I don't see him charged with, I think maybe, they probably put that up to establish character and it's going to fuck him up in the long run. But what I will say, the things that he probably did wrong, because niggas, they get so much money, they live a lifestyle so long, they don't understand. Just because this is your house, your mansion, right? You still just can't do anything in your house, in your mansion. If you have a tray, and I'm speaking hypothetically, going around with cocaine, pills, and drugs on it, right, around the party, right? At that point in time, you setting yourself up. Because if any users of these things that you are providing end up in one of those rooms and things happen, and then they wake up the next morning or the next day say, yo, what the fuck was I thinking? I was high. I wasn't in my right mind to make the right decision. You just fucked yourself.
Let me ask you this question, because you said you don't think that they were unwilling participants in those rooms.
No.
So do you think that basically he's getting charged for being too freaky?
He's getting charged for what they all wanted to do, but because certain things were incorporated, it's gonna make it look like they shouldn't have been doing it. The drug, if they could eliminate the drug factor, right? And you come to my house, right? And you get naked, and you locking lips and tongues with this other broad, right? And I'm hitting the other broad, and y'all switch positions. And I'm hitting you. There's no struggles nowhere. Nah, bro, I don't see him doing nothing wrong. I don't give a fuck if it's a man, a woman, whoever he doing it with. That's his preference. Bro, unless I see a struggle or I see somebody laying there and moving and shit like that.
So what you're describing is like sexual assault. All right, so let me give you an example, because they're saying sex trafficking by coercion. Number one, there's a power dynamic, right?
Because they're saying because he's famous.
Yeah, what they're saying.
So the bitch showed up to his party because he's famous, and it's his fault that she wanted to give him some head.
No. Basically, they're saying, well, like for example, Cassie would go hire, or supposedly he would tell Cassie.
Slow down right there. I'm glad you said that.
Go ahead.
Cassie would what?
Cassie would hire the sex workers, but supposedly Diddy would instruct her to, saying, get the ones with the biggest dick. And it felt like maybe she, it's one of those things where,
So are you saying that she didn't want to do none of these things?
Well, that's what she's claiming. Again, I don't know. That's what she's claiming. That is the basis of
15 years.
That's what she's claiming. Maybe she just loved the lifestyle, so she was doing it against her will to maintain the lifestyle. They still look at that as coercion.
I got a question for you.
Okay.
Who told Cassie to go suck the dick of the trainer Diddy was paying for? Did Diddy do that too? Now we talking about character, right?
Okay.
We talking character. Did Diddy tell his girl, go suck the trainer's dick that I'm paying to keep you in shape and behind my back and don't tell me about it?
Maybe that was trauma.
We talking character, right?
Maybe that's the post-freak-off trauma.
Did you just hear what you said?
Yeah, maybe that's trauma.
Okay.
You never heard a girl say that? You never heard a girl say that? I think you think I really hung up on him.
Yo.
I did not hang up on you, Wack. My phone died.
I ain't tripping. Rainwater just called me too. He gave me some content. Him and Yellow Beezy crew just got at it down there at the courthouse. Somebody got dropped. Got the content. Put it up a little later. What's up, though, man?
Wait, what? Hold on. No.
Yeah, Rainwater and Yellow Beezy, they've been in that goddamn civil suit, right, for a couple years. So they've been going to civil court. They got at it outside in front of the courtroom. They sent me the content.
Are you fighting outside the courtroom?
Squabbling like a motherfucker.
No way.
Yeah, it was a one-on-one. Yellow Beezy looked like he tried to rush up, but he slipped.
Wack.
I'm gonna put it up on the motherfucking 100 Show YouTube channel, man. 100 Show YouTube channel's going up.
Yeah, by the way,
man.
Hold on, real quick. Just because I know they've done you dirty recently. Yo, what's your Instagram? By the way, everybody, y'all all know Wack100. I think I low-key felt you got snubbed from that top media person list, because I ain't gonna lie. I'm on Clubhouse listening to you. Well, I'm on YouTube listening to your Clubhouse clips every day. What's your new Instagram? Because your Instagram got taken down. What is it?
_ the 100 Show _ the 100 Show.
Okay, everybody, please go show my man Wack100 some love. He's this is his backup page until his main page gets back up. Please go show him some love on one of these posts. Or, if a lot of people disagree with what you just said, Wack. Y'all get on his Instagram. Go get at Wack. He don't give a fuck. He lets y'all get y'all comments off. He lets y'all get y'all comments off.
In the meantime, go subscribe to Echo ECCO. If you are sick and tired of going to all Prime and fucking Tubi and Netflix and trying to figure out what to watch, Echo is a new company launched with my man Jeremy Green and motherfucking goddamn Nick Cannon. It combines everything so you can just see everything, and when you hit it, then it'll send you to the network where you got to watch it.
Perfect.
You know what I'm saying?
All right. Hey, listen, by the way, that's the very least I could do. My man Wack always gives us amazing content. He comes, he always chills with us.
What they don't agree with, huh?
Nah, they don't agree with you saying everything was consensual. They feel like, they're not saying everything was non-consensual. And also, all right, let me ask you this question. Because you said, well, why would somebody be 15 years, right? Is it possible, do you believe that it's possible that there could be non-consensual sex at times during maybe what's considered a relationship?
Yes, because there's a such thing called marital rape. No is no. I don't give a fuck whether you're married. There's a such thing called marital rape. Whether you with her, your girlfriend, 20 years, 30 years, or you married, if she says no and you keep going, that's rape. I definitely believe in that. Do I believe that was the only physical altercation that we saw in that hotel hallway? No. I don't believe it. I don't believe that. Okay. I'm not going to sit here and say.
Expound on that.
Because the severity of what we saw, see, things always progress, just like things regress. You know what I'm saying? If you're an alcoholic, you're not going to just quit cold turkey overnight. You know what I mean? You're reduced till you get to a point where you're not doing nothing at all. What we saw was an extreme. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So in order for it to get to that extreme, that means it started someplace. It may have started with a shove, started with a slap, and then went to a shove and a slap, and then went to a push, a shove, a pin down, and a slap. So what we saw on that videotape, that was an extreme. At least I would hope that was an extreme. I would hope that wasn't a start.
You're making sense there. The only thing that I think defeats a lot of the points with Diddy is like we just hear too many acts of violence where like he was trying to intimidate people. So like the Kid Cudi situation, they put in the indictment. They said
we don't know, but we don't. That's based upon some hearsay. Somebody said what he said, and let me tell you what I know. A lot of industry cats do, and you know this shit. Some shit like a dude got into it with a dude, right?
Yeah.
And then he's with a chick, and they know this dude and went on Instagram and like, you bitch ass nigga, told this dude that, right? And then the shit comes out on the blogs. Such and such just got rushed. He will act like in front of that chick like that was him. Yeah, you see what's up.
Okay.
Right? Knowing damn well it's probably never going to come out who really sent these dudes or what it was really about, right?
Yeah.
So I think Diddy is really guilty of that, of claiming some shit to try to save face of whatever because dude took his broad or whatever, and it's backfiring on him. Everybody know motherfuckers be at home, especially niggas that ain't about that life, claiming shit that can happen, so it makes them look good.
Hey, I don't know if you've read this. And by the way, I got all the paperwork. If you need me to send it to you for the the 100 side of the trenches, I got you. But I know you're probably gonna get it yourself. Anyway, Diddy's lawyers put together a bail package. in the bail package, they offer up $50 million. They paid off the whole mortgage for the Star Island property. It was 18 million left on the mortgage. They paid it off, and essentially, they offer $50 million home confinement. It appears that the reason why he got taken into custody last night is that his lawyers were communicating with the AUSA office like all along. By the way, Diddy surrendered his passport after the raid to his lawyers, not to the feds, but to his lawyers. His lawyers told the feds, all the kids' passports, the girls, and the mom passport is surrendered. Anyway, the reason why it looks like they might have taken him last night, they were telling the feds, Diddy will not be in the same city as his plane. He has no access to it. Guess what happens? He's in New York. His plane last night comes to Teterboro. What happens? They take him into custody. I don't know if that's fully the reason, but it looks like if they were communicating with the feds.
But who came in? Here goes the thing. Diddy rinsed that plane out.
Yeah, he does.
So did somebody come in on it? It could have been a customer, bro.
Yeah, well, that's what his lawyers are saying, but who knows? The feds might be like, shit.
No, because you know, when you get on those planes, they got to have the passengers tied to those tail numbers. So if you look on there and see that this plane left Miami, went to Houston, and then sat there, then it picked up, 7 passengers coming to Peterborough who was going to be there overnight and fly back out to L.A., that means that plane was booked out. Right now, with Diddy probably not knowing that his fucking plane that he's making money off of is restricted from being in actually, it ain't even the city. Well, that's where we fly into if we go to New York.
Yes.
But he's probably not thinking that wherever I'm at, the plane can't fly in there, because I'm pretty sure it is set down at Opelika many days while he was at home in Miami.
Yeah, Opelika.
And it wasn't no big deal. Probably set in Van Nuys while he was in L.A., right? That doesn't mean he's getting on it.
Hey,
and who's to say he can't get on the plane right within the USA?
Yeah, well, they were going as far as detailing every place he was going to be. So they would tell him he went to Wyoming. He told him how long he was going to be there. He told him when he went to L.A. He told him when he was coming to New York. Hey, by the way, if he doesn't get out on bond, he offered $50 million, home detention.
I don't think he's going to be able to handle it. I don't think if Diddy don't get out, bro, Diddy's 54, bro. He's been living a different type of life, bro.
Hey,
I don't think Diddy gonna be able to handle that shit, bro.
Hey, by the way, speaking of which, my pocket watching ass, they said what hotel he was staying at. I looked up the presidential suite for the hotel he was staying at since September 5th, 10 grand a night. Like, this guy's used to luxury. He's not used to a jail cell. You know what I mean?
Nah, he's not used to that shit. He's not used to, you can't move around and do this and do that and do this, and he ain't used to that shit, bro.
Okay, you give me your expertise, dealing at least with law enforcement. What do you think Diddy's going through? They picked him up last night. I can't even see Diddy in a cell. Do you think he's in a cell?
He's in high power. He's in high power by himself with nobody to talk to. Gotta factor that in too, bro. Yeah, he's in high power. Like, yeah, that's a whole nother mental attack. You know what I'm saying?
How do you think Diddy prepares himself for this? Like, how could you prepare yourself?
He can't because he was prepared to bail out. He thought they were going to allow him to bail out, right? But they're going to claim he's a motherfucking flight risk and all kind of other shit like that, right? He can't prepare himself for it. I'm going to be real. It's not. I'm prepared for it because I started doing time at 12. I did a lot of time, and solitary confinement, so on and so forth. At 54 years old, living the type of life he lived, there's no way he can prepare himself for that.
Wow. Now,
no way, bro.
Okay, all right. Let's extrapolate. What do you think a federal trial looks like for him? How long you think he gonna have to be, like in jail?
Unless he takes a cop-out plea, they gonna stretch him out. What we in 2024?
By the way, mandatory minimum is 15 on that, and that's federal.
Yeah, you're right about that. So I would say we'll be watching this case till probably like late 26, top of 27, 2 to 3 years.
Okay, I hate to even ask it, but do you think if Diddy has to stay incarcerated the whole time, do you think he makes it?
I think if Diddy could get over the 100-day threshold, if he gets over that 100-day threshold and he believes he can beat it, I think he can make it. If we start seeing suicide attempts and attacks before that 100-day threshold, I don't see him make it.
Okay, why you say 100 days?
Because after that 100 days, right, I don't give a fuck what situation you in. You start to normalize it.
Really? Okay.
You get what I'm saying? If they took your cell phone right now, locked you in your studio, right?
Mm-hmm.
And all you had was that camera to go on, right?
Yeah.
For the people to see you, to talk to. After 100 days of not being out that cell phone, you ain't gonna give a fuck about it. You're gonna be used to being without it.
When you were incarcerated, obviously,
it took me probably my first time. I was 12. It took me about 21. Yeah, I called it assault. I shot a man 32 times in the face with a pellet gun for calling my mama a bitch. I seen you my rap sheet. It'll say 245, assault with a deadly weapon, 9 firearm. That's all I had on me at the time, so I gave it to him. He had to go have surgery and shit for them to dig them shits out. So it took me probably about 21 days for me to get used to that shit. Now, after that, like right now, it'll take me like 3 to 5 days, and it'll be like I never left jail.
Damn.
After about 3 to 5 days, because I done did so much time. Now, I've been home 25 years. But I can sit here and tell you what's inside of the jail, what the hallways look like, what intake gonna be like, and tell you everything about it, because I done been there so many times, right? But Diddy's a 54-year-old guy that at least 30 of those years, the last 30, he's been a multi-millionaire. Private jets, having it his way, mansion, he's, jump up, let's go over here, let's do that. We all been kind of watching his life, the parts he let us see, right? So to take all that away, strip him down to a jumpsuit, some boxers, and some socks, right? And tell you we gonna shower you every other day, and you going in this cell with nothing to do, nobody to talk to.
Yeah.
He gonna start talking to the fucking guards like they work for Bad Boys.
Hey, by the way,
he don't know no better.
By the way, breaking news: Diddy is currently in court as we speak. It just got announced via TMZ. The hearing is not even done.
They gonna get that nigga 45-day return date. It's gonna kill him.
Well, initially they've pled not guilty to all charges. They're going through the bail portion of it now. We're gonna get an update whenever the court proceedings is over. Wow, man, do you feel bad for Diddy or not? Be honest.
Do I feel bad for him? I feel bad for. I know he got little kids. Them little girls. He got like a 1-year-old and those twins. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. That aspect of it. But unfortunately, this should be like a lesson for those motherfuckers who start thinking they're above and they bigger than the program, bro. It is rules. This is the United States of America. And although people are with it today, that don't mean they can't line you up for the mall. It's just some shit you can't do. And if you do it, you have to protect yourself. You understand what I'm saying? If you do it, like, it has to be known that you guys are this. This is what we doing. You gotta, it damn near should be an app, a consensual app, bro. That a motherfucker go on video, screenshot you sign it, let them know you read it, and then y'all do what you gonna do. Because when it comes to these sexual acts, shit is such a setup that whoever you dealing with, you gotta trust them. You go to the club, you at a strip club, right? You high, she got high. Y'all go back to the room. You just met her earlier that day. We on South Beach. You met her at the fucking pool party, right? We going to the club or not? You want to go? She ain't got no shit. Cool, fuck it, right? You like, let me take you get something to wear. You take her, get her something to wear, drop her off. She meets you at the club. Come in. She in the VIP. Y'all going up. Y'all bottling up. She doing her thing. You doing yours. She jumps in your motherfucking Lambo, your rental Lambo. You go back to the Fontainebleau, you got the 1,100 square foot suite on the motherfucking owner side over there, right? You go in there, y'all having some wild sex. Watch this, act. You start having anal sex. She tells you, put it here, and you do just that. She wakes up the next morning, her phone going off. Look, it's her fucking husband or boyfriend. She ain't answered. She ain't did nothing. She gets dressed while you sleep, go out to the hallway. You wake up, she gone. You don't give a fuck. It was just a night. She on the phone crying, said, somebody put something in my drink. I even think they sodomized me. What? Yeah, I'm going to the police station now. Go to the station, go to the hospital. They check. Yep, she was sodomized, right? Yeah, who was it? This guy. You nigga, you get up in the morning by 1 o'clock, eat. You out rolling around. You get to the lobby, see a bunch of police. You like, God damn, somebody in trouble. Sir, is your name such and such? Yeah, come here, cuff you. And see what I'm trying to tell you is some shit that you're doing is it's really against the law, but you're trusting that whoever you're doing this with, right, is cool. Sometimes you can't line yourself up. Hey, bro, ain't no female I'm just meeting in the club, getting in my car and coming back nowhere with me, bro. Okay. I don't give a fuck. I get you an Uber. You're not coming back with me, bro.
Not even then, though. Like, I think you're mentioning like an isolated like event, though. Like this shit with Diddy is like
shit at his house. You ever been to Diddy party? You been to Diddy parties?
Hell no. I was never cool.
You never been? Okay, well,
I never met him.
Okay, well, listen. You show up to a Diddy party. Personally, a lot of us do the backyard thing, and about 1:30 we leave. We don't go in the house, respectfully, right? And he ain't the only one we do like that. It's another motherfucker they do the same way, right? But shout out to him. What I'm saying is this, bro. People show up. People go in, they indulge, they get involved. A lot of people go to these parties because it was offered, was for free, and then one thing leads to another. But then they get caught up in some shit because maybe they weren't supposed to be there, or maybe whatever, and then they say what they say. I'm saying how it happened because of the distribution of drugs inside his home, inside his party. That's illegal. And they're going to say, based upon that, this person wasn't in control. They didn't really know what they was doing. You get what I'm saying? And when that shit starts to happen, it's an uphill battle fighting the law, bro. Because you're not supposed to offer or distribute drugs at any time unless you're a pharmacy. And even then, it has to be to a person that has the right prescription. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's where he's going to run into problems. Oh, we were just having fun. Yeah, but you weren't supposed to offer these things. And because she was under the influence of this, we got the camera right here. And that camera shit, I'm going to be real, bro. When they went through all them tapes and they went back to some of them people who probably didn't know they was being recorded, right?
Well, let me ask you this, though. Like, for me,
out of embarrassment, they said some things.
Wait. For me, I'm gonna be honest. Like historically, like, and I'm talking about for many different situations. Like shit, sometimes I've found out motherfuckers stole from me from using a camera. Cameras around me has always helped me because you know what? I know I'm not doing nothing wrong, so I like everything to be recorded. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I just learned. You know, at least in Jersey law. Because there was a time I didn't have cameras like in my bedroom because I thought that was illegal. Now I get to find out.
I'm the same way. I don't have them in my bedroom.
No, my attorneys tell me the only place you can't have it, and actually you can have it everywhere. You just can't use footage from the bathroom. You can't. But you can technically do it, like supposedly. Now, granted,
every way you can get into my bedroom, it's the camera there.
Yeah.
Every hallway, every door entrance, the staircase, the back, wherever the fuck, anywhere you can access my bedroom, there's a camera there to show who's coming into my bedroom.
I'm not gonna lie, Wack. Now in my master bedroom, I have 3 different cameras. I got Ring, I got a CCTV, and I got some other shit. Like every single, like I'm sorry, if we do something, it's gonna be on candid camera. I tell everybody, there's no hidden cameras. Hey, just let you know. This is for, you know, just clarity and for everybody protection. You get what I'm saying? It's stored on 15 different clouds, nothing to hide. We got nothing to hide.
Yeah, well, you might need to.
Why do you think Diddy would record this stuff if supposedly?
Well, that's part of his freak.
What do you mean part of the freak?
That's part of his freaky shit, bro. Record. I'm gonna be real, bro. I got recordings of me, having sex with my motherfucking girl. I sent it to her.
Okay.
She know I got it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but why? Again, these are allegations. We know that came out via a civil case. But even the Cassie case said that he would threaten her with it, like he was blackmailing her, like, hey, remember I got this video of you. You better act right. Like, Diddy had to know that's illegal, right? Like, yeah.
I mean, you know what? I ain't finna say she lying. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna say she lying.
So why do you think that Diddy thought it was above the law? And you've been, I guess you've been around.
A lot of them do.
Really?
You know that? Hell yeah. That
I mean, I've never seen the level of power and money that Diddy got, but I've seen certain rappers who they clearly don't give two fucks about the law. They definitely think.
Okay, watch this. You see how Diddy be talking crazy to them people on them shows?
Yeah.
That ain't no motherfucking act.
Really?
You understand what I'm saying? That ain't no motherfucking act. Right? That's not no act, bro. It's not an act. So when you got more...
You know what's funny, because the whole thing with Diddy, a lot of people used to say, especially when you go back to the 90s, they used to say, nah, Suge had Diddy shook. Like, Diddy was a punk.
He did, but bro, this is not the same Diddy of back then. This Diddy that we know in the last 15 years would have told Suge suck his dick.
So you saying the more powerful he got, the more gangster he got?
Yeah, you motherfucking right, because he felt he had more resources. You know, he had to build. He could shut shit down. It's real shit.
God.
Yeah, so, I feel like a lot of people do that, bro. They start doing shit and feeling like, well, who gonna do something? And they start thinking everybody around them really fuck with them. You pretty good at that. You understand everybody around you don't fuck with you, so you cut the fat.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But, I think what Diddy went wrong is he disregarded his handler. You know what I'm saying? And, what they give it, they feel they're going to take it away.
Hey, listen, I don't even know if this is possible, because two things that came up, and I seen some attorneys, shout out to my man Bradford Cohn, he pointed that out. He said, you usually don't see a RICO case with only one person charged.
It's more to come. I think it's more to come. Okay. Yeah, I think it's more to come. Yeah.
Okay. Now, let me ask you a question. If you're Diddy, right, do you explore the possibility of maybe rolling on somebody else?
Oh, that's a fact. That's definitely going to happen.
So you think if he got somebody to offer up, he probably going to lean towards doing that?
He got other people to offer up. He definitely do, and it's gonna be some pretty big people.
Not as powerful as him. Like, I think he's the tip of the iceberg. Like I don't think he could offer the right.
It's gonna be. Oh, they sending me pictures of Diddy parties. I'm about to see. They must be hearing us talking. Parties at his house. Damn, this is security guy sending me this shit. I'll send it to you. This is my boy. Who is this dude? He got this Juggalot Security. Yeah, he do a lot of people's security. Juggalot Security. But yeah, definitely Diddy. Diddy gonna serve him up. He 54 years old. Let's be real. These days, tell him don't nothing happen to you. Diddy ain't no street dude. Who gonna do something to him? Nobody cares no more. You tell, you get bigger. Let's be real, bro. Right now today, telling nothing happens. We looking at Lil Woody. Shout out to Woody, living his best life. I ain't got nothing against the dude. But from him telling, he got famous.
Nah, he's a star. He's a star.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so you think if they say, yo, we'll let you go, or we'll let you out 90 days, 12 months in the day, PI style, if you can give us this, you got the footage on that, what you think he gonna do?
Well, here's the thing. People are saying the only person that, there's two names. They're saying either Clive Davis or Jay-Z. I don't think he got none on either of them. I mean, anybody else that he probably was around, like he was always.
I don't think he got nothing on Clive. I think whatever he has on Clive is some personal shit that they did that ain't against the law. Now the other name, only thing I know is ever since Diddy shit got raided and shit got hot, shit been quiet.
Well,
I don't know, bro.
Well, here's the thing, though. You see what prosecutors are saying about Diddy. They saying he was continuing them freak-offs all the way to last year. At least with Jay-Z, if he used to do some shit, he got out of Dodge and got married and said, yo, I'm done with that big pimping shit. I'm done with all of that. I'm now a businessman. Diddy was still having freak-offs, peeing on Carisha, allegedly.
Well, when it comes to Carisha Young Miami, I don't think she said Diddy did anything to violate her, bro.
No, she didn't. But like, again, part of the freak off is the extra freaky behavior, insatiable, like, yo, your thirst for sex can't be quenched shit. You know what I mean? Which that leads to, all right, when you come up with some.
That can mean anything, bro. Like, sometimes I lock up for a whole weekend, bro. And it ain't nothing but, nigga, we watching movies, ordering room service, and we having sex.
Yo, if you run through 1,000 bottles of baby oil and they said they were having freak offs for days at a time.
Yeah, but bro, that's a whole household over there, bro.
You ever had a multi-day freak off?
Well, I've had a weekend of just me and my woman ain't getting dressed, ain't moving, no nothing. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, but that's not, well, I'm still saying that's not what
you mean.
The freak off sounds
St.
like
Thomas,
you got sex work.
I was just in St. Thomas, my nigga, for 4 or 5 days. Troy Ave was with us out there. Shit, Troy Ave, I tell you, he was there. Like, we was, what you think, I'm gonna put him in different rooms? We all in the same room.
Man.
That's my woman and her sister wife. So, shit, what you mean?
Oh, you got
I got video footage? Of course I got video footage. It's great video footage.
You got a little finesse 2 times shit going on. Look at you. You see finesse 2 times?
Nah, mine's is bad though. Mine's is bad. I ain't dealing with no Ooga boogers. I'm just saying. I mean, do I think that, bro, okay, our man, the one who kicked a lot of this shit off, he's telling us Diddy grabbed his ass, Diddy groped him, Diddy did this, Diddy did that, but the nigga got on the jet, went to the red carpet, went to the premiere. So it's like, but when Diddy didn't pay him, now it's you did this. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, also,
I'm not saying everybody's like on some bullshit, but I think a lot of them on some bullshit because they couldn't get something out of the man or some shit like that. So now we blowing the fake whistle.
Hey,
Did this probably happen? That Diddy might have grabbed his ass? Probably so. But if the nigga smiled at him like it's cool when he rubbed his ear and he handed him a drink and he took a shot and let him grab his ass again today, yesterday, then you came back the next day and then he grabs your ass and then he grabs you and it's cool and you smiling about it, at what point in time you're leaving and coming back? But then when you say you didn't get paid, now he did this, I'm gonna scratch my head about that shit, bro.
No, I agree with you. Hey, what do you think the kids are going through now? Like, I mean, as of a couple of days ago, they were partying. Like, they've done a good job of, not looking that bothered, right?
The older ones can handle it. Those girls with a 1-year-old, she's not gonna understand what's going on. But those 2 twins, brother, and not to say that his son hasn't been anything. In the last decade or so, 5 years, whatever, they lost their mother, right, to a death, and then now to lose their father. Those, I believe they're like maybe 14, 15. I don't believe they're 18 yet. So yeah, bro, that's at this point in time, I really feel for those 2. You know what I mean? It's a sad thing, bro. You know what I mean?
How much you think the lifestyle is gonna change, like even for the kids? By the way, so in the letter they wrote to the judge, they announced that Diddy been trying to sell the jet. They said they finally have a letter of intent to purchase. They executed it, and they're saying that they're going through a lot of inspections because the jet got a lot of inspections. But essentially they're selling the jet. That's more money to be liquidated. They sold. They're trying to sell the property in L.A. They paid off the property in Miami. He's clearly liquidating. How much you think, in the money wise, he's probably
Well, this is what's fucksy. This was fucksy. He can't sell whatever he sells. It's a dude in prison who just hit him for $100 million. They gotta pay him.
Yeah, but that's a default judgment. They're gonna get that shit overturned, right?
No, I mean, we don't. That ain't necessarily true because they did go see that dude in prison. They can't claim they didn't know about it because once they got the letter, they went and visited that dude in prison on the books and offered him a deal for like $2.3 million. He didn't take it. So if you never got served and you didn't know nothing about it, why did you go visit this dude after the date that they say you served you, bro? That's gonna be an uphill battle, my guy. Yeah. And they're gonna tie up those properties and everything. They're gonna lean on everything. It's lean though.
Hey,
you can't just ignore that.
Hey, by the way, so in the indictment, when you go down, once it's getting to the bottom of the indictment, probably on like the 12th page or so, they start talking about forfeiture. And according to what the prosecutors are saying, they're saying where all this criminal activity is happening in, they want to exercise a Title 18 forfeiture law that would give them, have Diddy forfeit these places because he was doing criminal acts in them. We see that in drug cases a lot. Like, what I mean? If, you was using your grandma's house as a trap house.
Yeah, but he didn't purchase those with criminal money. That's usually when you did. If you're selling drugs out of a home, they could come take it, right? But he wasn't. These parties cost him money. He wasn't fucking, having orgy parties and charging people to come in and do these things, right? Nothing done in the homes was used to generate income. He spent money on these parties. It's for his own personal pleasure. For his own fun, entertaining his people. If he wasn't dipping into the Ciroc budget or whatever else he was doing. But usually if somebody's selling drugs out of a home that's tied to a family member, yeah, they can come take it all day long.
Yeah, but according to even, remember the Lil Rod dude was trying to paint a RICO racketeering conspiracy? They were saying, well, these parties may have not gained them money, but it added to the mystique and the brand, which gained them money. So it made him a bigger star.
Made who a bigger star?
Diddy, because he was having this reputation of doing these crazy parties, it made him more known.
Come on, bro. Let's not ignore the Ciroc boys. That was a nationwide thing with all the DJs and shit like that. Let's not ignore the DUI commercials. You know what I mean? How to drive home safe. This was a movement. Let's not ignore all these clubs, right? That was promoting the shit out of it. French Montana with the French Vanilla. With the French Vanilla Ciroc. It's a lot of things that went into that. You can't say Diddy's personal parties, right, is what made Ciroc big. Come on. That's a reach.
Well, I'm just going off what they're saying.
Remember the Ciroc boys? It was literally DJs in every city and state who had a card that wherever they went, they had to order Ciroc.
Yeah.
K-Slay had one. They was on the radio, Ciroc boys in the building, pumping Ciroc. So, I think that, it's an attempt. I don't think it'll work. Do I think they're going to let him out? No. I think they're going to try to break him. We've seen this with a little different case. They didn't let Thug out. He's on the state level. Do I think he's a flight risk? No. He's too noticeable. Do I think they'll give him a
by the way, they found
tracking device? Yes.
They found
no,
those
that's
guns.
That's feds.
They found guns with shaved off serial numbers.
That's feds.
And no. What with Diddy? They found the two ARs.
That's feds.
Yeah, so they're looking at it and they're saying that Diddy might be using these guns because apparently he was threatening violence, and they're saying if we find illegal guns, because they're illegal ones, the serial numbers defaced. They're saying
that's the serial numbers being gone is a problem. Now, where's the problem? Where's the charges at?
There's no charges for that, but they're presenting.
That's what I'm saying.
They're presenting it that the prosecutor's going to present it that a judge could consider. I mean, the judge might be like, well, file charges on it, but it looked like they're trying to just put it in the air that the judge says no bond.
No, yeah, that's a problem. Those guns with the shaved off serial numbers is a problem. That's a problem. That's a brand new problem. If nobody in that house doesn't claim those guns, that's a problem.
How much money you think he running through in lawyers? I heard a number. I heard $2 million a month.
I think he's gonna be in the ballpark of these lawyers because he's probably gonna hire at least 2 teams and PIs and all this shit. He gonna be with that $50 to $150 million if it strings out 3 years.
Damn.
Hell yeah. Yeah, he gonna probably have 2 different teams. Right? Because the last law firm he was with dropped him because of
Lady Gaga.
Lady Gaga. So now once another law firm sees that, okay, it's more value in this because they dropped him, it's a problem with where he can go and who wants to take on the case. That just boosts his shit up 20-30%.
Damn.
Alone.
Do you think that, so this whole thing about him being a billionaire, apparently they're saying his net worth and liquid, especially after they lost the Diageo deal with De Leon and Ciroc. They're saying it's
$50 million a year alone.
Yeah, all right, they're saying it's a couple $100 million that he supposedly got. Do you think that this case, like, dries him out? Like, he goes broke off of this? How is he making money? Like, we gotta imagine it's only off catalog. Like, right? He owns
catalog and whatever. You never know when investment. Diddy could be invested in hotels overseas.
Oh, by the way, Diddy's a part owner of Twitter. That's what they found out in a filing. Diddy is one of the investors in Twitter. When Elon Musk went private with it, he got a few people. Diddy, one of Diddy's holding companies, sent a few million in. So Diddy's
that's what I'm saying. You never know where the money spread out at. I mean, he definitely need to downsize. Need to be down to one house. Understand the security of the house needs to be in the right spot, gated community, whatever. He's not there. The kids are there. All the cars and jets and all that shit. Maybe downsize to a couple SUVs and whatever your little get around joint is. All that definitely needs to happen. The shopping sprees and all that crazy shit, all that shit got to come to a halt. He needs to take care of his legal. He don't want to be like Suge Knight. You don't remember? Suge Knight legal would start walking out the courtroom. He wasn't paying him.
Really?
Hell yeah. This is why when I came on board, that was the number one thing was to get him legal. And I got Alex Kessel to go down there to see him to take on the case.
Wait, Suge Knight's lawyer walked out the courtroom.
He had a lawyer go to jail, and the rest of them was leaving because they wasn't getting paid. He didn't have the means to pay him. He was broke, bro.
How much?
He was dry.
How much was the legal fees for Suge?
Well, when Kessel went and took the meeting, it was going to take us, I believe, the bottom number was like $150,000 was the bottom. And I think because I had a relationship with him, we had a top of $250 no matter what it was. And I was even with the appeal, so he was showing me some love. I've been paying Mr. Kessel for many years, spent a lot of money with him. But all this was tied up into the $30 million deal I had for the life rights to do the series. And once the hedge fund came back and said, yo, he did deals with 5 or 6 other people, that's when it fell apart. And that's when he went in there and took his deal. He had no legal when he took that deal for 28 years, bro.
Really?
Yeah, I was the last one. Yeah.
But obviously Suge Knight has never been close to being up like Diddy though. Diddy got that real shit. No, Diddy had another 24-4, another 28-year run on top of Suge shit. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you're right. Suge was up at one time. The niggas was doing $100 million a year. Really?
You know what I mean? So yeah, definitely go pull it up, bro. Go pull it up.
Hey,
he was up at one time, but he did close to 10 years, 8 to 10 years, bro. The bills and footing the bills and trying to put out acts and financing acts and lawsuits. It has a wear on you.
Wow. Hey, by the way, all right. So that's the Suge situation. Could you compare this to the the R. Kelly situation? A lot of people have argued, well, if R. Kelly had that Diddy money, maybe R. Kelly's free. What similarities you've seen? By the way, I'm gonna look at the prosecutors. I don't know if you've seen the press conference. 6 white women who will be working this case. One's pregnant. It just looked like Diddy's cooked. 6 white women who's gonna be working from the AUSA's office to get you convicted, and you accused of sex trafficking. Oh my God.
I'm gonna be real with you, bro. I hate to say it. I hate to say this. If they came at Diddy with 5 to 10, he should take it.
Anything is possible.
Indictment against music.
He ain't gonna do it. He ain't gonna do it because even on the 10, that means he gonna do 7, 8, and that puts him at damn near 61, 62. That sounds like a life sentence to him. The 5, the reason why the 5 sounds right.
Take that? You think
I'm gonna tell you why the 5. No, I don't think he would. I'm gonna tell you why the 5 years sounds good, right? Is because whether you take it or not, you gonna fight this case at least 2, 3 years, which you'll be ready to come home. You gotta get, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You fight the case and say, okay, what they gonna do with me versus the time it's gonna take me to fight the case, I could be paroling.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Nah,
this is how you got to look at it. It's kind of like, remember we had our discussion when it comes down, okay, she's suing me for $80,000. My attorney says it's going to cost me $150,000 to fight it. What do? We pay the $80,000.
Yeah.
Right? So Diddy, okay, listen, 5 years, right, in the feds, or you could fight it for the next 3.5 years. 3.5 years you fight it, we might could give you 20 years, 15 years, right? Or you take the 5 today and be home in 3.5, 4. Halfway house, you knock a year off doing some other shit or whatever in there, some milestones. Which one do you do? He's not gonna hear pay the $80,000 and keep him paying the $150,000. He's just gonna hear, oh, I know my hope is gone. No, your hope is you got a date, a closer date. You get what I'm saying? That's your hope.
Okay, is it a possibility Diddy ends up like R. Kelly? What's the differences?
Strong possibility. R. Kelly's in there for one female, correct?
Yeah, I'm not too sure about.
I think it's the one that got him. The one that told him she was 19, but she was really 17. The one who the mother and father was texting R. Kelly as if she was as if he was talking to her, but really was talking to the parents. The guy that worked at the concert hall who did all the lighting. I think that's the one that they let hear hear all the phone calls and messages he was sending other women and shit, and she kind of went across the street and testified against him. I believe that's the one that got him. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, there's maybe 1, maybe 2. The Diddy, his criminal shit, we don't even know how many of them it is, bro. Because remember, a lot of the other shit is civil. The shit with the producer, that's the civil thing. Did he go criminal? Well, that's civil, right?
Yeah, well, I mean, the only criminal thing is this indictment. There is no other criminal charges. This indictment. We don't know who's the victims. It appears Cassie's one of them, but we don't know if Lil Rod.
I don't know. Could Cassie do? I thought she signed some.
Hey, by the way,
did she sign something?
Yeah, but that don't matter in a criminal case, right? Because she signed an NDA, but every NDA is gonna say the only way you could speak about this is if you were legally required by a subpoena to talk about what happened.
Now, speaking about it and being charged for it is 2 different things, Zach. Is she coming in as a character witness? I don't know if when she accepted that money, there was something in there that said could nothing come or whatever that was.
Well, you gotta remember that's civil. This criminal thing, she's definitely a victim. Like I think she's even.
Yeah, but bro, majority time when people do this kind of shit, after that type of footage has come out, it's stipulations in that paperwork to be paid out that they're agreeing to.
Yeah, no, she probably definitely broke the NDA, right? But Diddy's gonna look crazy trying to sue her. But
no, I think she can come as a character witness against him, but I don't think they're gonna bring any of those charges are related to her. I don't think none of the criminal.
You don't think none of the criminal charges on Diddy's related to Cassie? She's numero uno as the victim. She's the only one whose story seems the most true. You think about that producer you told my Lil Rod. Yo,
we got statute of limitations on the hotel, right?
Well, for assault. Just for assault.
Yeah, we got statute of limitations on that.
Hold on.
Right?
And also, here's the thing with a RICO case, right? Because, that's what Bradford Cohen was saying.
I don't think, is this a RICO?
Yes, it's a RICO. They said, put it like this. If they have you on tape selling drugs in, say the 80s, you were selling drugs in the 80s. The statute of limitations is past that. But if you kept selling drugs from the 80s up till 5 years ago, the statute of limitations usually is around like 5 years or so, right? If it was continued. So in a RICO, they usually prove is continued. So it started before the statute of limitations and continued up onto the point where statute of limitations exists. So yeah, that assault from 2016 would not be able to count. But if say that they could prove that it was a pattern of consistent abuse, physical abuse, they could use that. And by the way, they referenced that thing in the indictment. They referenced the videotape in the indictment. Even though that's outside of statute of limitations.
Yeah, but but what I'm saying, though, it could be used for character. And it's going to eat him up. That don't mean they're charging him for those acts. We got to see that. You got to go through it. Because I think when she signed off, whatever she signed off on, I'm pretty sure Diddy put everything in there for whatever money he paid her. Okay, I could be wrong.
Wait. Okay, all right. So let me tell you that. So it's 3 counts, right? Count one is. Give me a second. I'm scrolling down. I have the whole indictment on the screen. Count one is the racketeering, right? And then under racketeering, these are the offenses they have, right? They have kidnapping, arson, bribery. They have witness tampering. They have forced labor, sex trafficking. They have a transportation for purposes of prostitution, and they have possession with intent to distribute narcotics. And then we get to count 2. Count 2 is just sex traffic. It's not sex traffic underneath RICO. It's sex traffic by force, fraud, or coercion. And this is where they list what they call victim 1. They say victim 1. Now, the reason why that is people think that's Cassie, it says from at least, because no act in this whole indictment is before 2008. So there was a 17-year-old supposedly in the 90s that got flown from Detroit, Michigan to a studio in New York. That's not listed at all in the indictment, right? But what is listed, it says from at least 2009 up until 2018. That matches with the time that Cassie was with him in the Southern District of New York. Diddy basically recruited, enticed, harbored, transported, provided, obtained, advertised, maintained, patronized, solicited by any means. Hold on, I'm skipping some words here. A person to cause the person to engage in a commercial sex act, aided and abetted, willfully caused the same, to wit, and blah 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 blah. A person named victim 1 and attempted to aid and abet, willfully cause victim 1 to engage in commercial sex acts in reckless disregard of the fact that victim 1 was engaging in the sex act as a result of force, fraud, and coercion. So that's the second. So the second count is all about victim 1.
Saying. This is what I'm telling you. The things that people think they're doing just to have their own personal fun, a lot of this shit be in violation of the law. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You think it's cool, but it ain't cool, because if the other people involved choose to go this route, your ass is in trouble. He can't get up there. Let me tell you what's going to fuck him up. They're going to say under oath, did you provide or did you ever provide drugs at any of these parties? He can't say no. Ain't no telling how many videos they got of this shit. You get what I'm saying? You can't say no. The minute you say yeah, everything after that, bro, it's, I was under the influence. He gave us drugs. Even though you voluntarily took him, if I didn't take him, he was going to put me out. He coerced me. I felt threatened, all this shit. And then I woke up in the morning and this, and then I never knew it was a tape. And when he asked me to do something, I said no. He threatened me with this tape that he says he has. And now the feds and raided and actually got the tape. It's bad, bro. This ain't a thing about what's cool for you to do or what some bitch ass nigga shit if somebody do to you. This is about if the things that you did is in violation of the law. If the person you did it with is saying they were violated. And on those terms, I think he in trouble. Now, personally, do I think people was willingly in there tooting and popping pills and taking their drinks? Fuck yeah.
Do you think that Cassie was at a point into this freak off idea, or do you think that maybe maybe she was just trying to do it for her man? Like, I want to be with you.
I think there was a period of time to where she got used to it and submitted. Do I think Cassie had opportunity to leave, to call the police, to blow the whistle? Yes. Do I think it got to a point, it was ever a point where she might have said, no, I don't want to, and he like, fuck that, you this, that, you gonna this, that, bring your ass in here? Yes. Do I think it was times where she was willingly, like, maybe suggested it? Yes. I think all of the above, but some of those above is a violation of the law, bro. Some of those above is a violation of the law.
I'm gonna look up to see. I know she's not gonna post anything. Cassie's lawyer. Every time there was a search warrant ran, every time there was a major important news, he always made a statement. I'm waiting for him to make a statement today. Cassie, Cassie's not gonna post anything. What do you think Cassie's husband, is probably, thinking? Because obviously they got the payday already. But it looks like, they're definitely hell-bent to make sure Diddy spends his time in jail.
Well, end of the day, bro, you don't forget Cassie had a GoFundMe up or wherever that shit up for $5,000 trying to raise money to help her husband at one time.
No, she didn't. What?
Yes, she did. That's a fact. That's a fact.
Do you think funds got low a little bit?
Bro, dude was a personal trainer. When Diddy announced that the personal trainer he hired was fucking his girlfriend, what do you think all his clients did? That was female driven with a husband.
Yeah, that's true.
It hurt him. It crippled him.
Yeah, the trainer who fucks.
Now let's look at Cassie.
Yeah, his career done.
Cassie wasn't fucking Beyonce or SZA, or she wasn't running around, that wasn't happening for her. I mean, she's a great artist. I love her music, but let's be real, that wasn't performing for her. So you got her, she's out, she ain't got no kids buying, he ain't got to pay her nothing. Dude's the fucking trainer, personal trainer, who everybody probably let go because of the situation. She ain't got no real means of it. Like, yeah, man, I think they fell on hard times. He like, when he heard about it, he's like, fuck it, go get it. He was all with it.
God damn, man. So, chat, we're still waiting to see if he's going to be denied bond. I think we all believe he's going to be denied bond. Like, I mean, the hearing's still going on. Supposedly, the prosecutor, as of about 20 minutes ago, they're still laying out their case why the bail should be denied. They're saying that they're worrying that Diddy will intimidate witnesses. By the way, I don't know if you've seen this part. They wrote a detention letter, which is a memo to the judge, hopefully to convince them that Diddy shouldn't be let out. Apparently, they said after Diddy got hit with a lawsuit from Cassie and he settled, he called two other victims. And he was trying to tell them, hey, if anybody reach out to you, remember this is what happened. So he was trying to here we go. The feds say that witnesses, the witnesses they interviewed have universally expressed fear. And prosecutors claimed Diddy called former artist Kalina Harper, which, by the way, Kalina Harper just stuck up for Diddy recently when her group member, Dawn Richards of Danity Kane, filed a lawsuit against him. So the Danity Kane girl filed a lawsuit, and the group member of that group said, hey, I can't speak for her, but everything with me and Diddy was good. Some people point out that Kalina Harper, she was married at the time when she was in the group Danity Kane, and her husband still supposedly does business with Diddy. So she's gonna protect Diddy because Diddy and her husband are cool. But they said Diddy called her 54 times. 54 times the day before she made a statement about a recent lawsuit they were named in. So apparently,
That's bad business.
So she made the statement last week. So they said Diddy called her 54 times. Wow.
Yeah, that's bad business. And see, they'll use that to say that he may try to tamper with the victims.
Ooh. Oh, shit. And here's more. Prosecutors say that Diddy's got the money and the means to be a flight risk, and the feds say that what appeared to be narcotics was in his hotel room in this New York spot when he was arrested. They said they found a pink powder. What's a pink powder? What's that shit?
Oh, that's that pink cocaine. See, that's bad business.
They said that previously tested positive for ecstasy was found in Diddy's room as well as other drugs. Why the hell, if you think you're gonna get locked up, would you still have drugs in your room?
Bro, I keep telling you, bro, some of our people, listen, there's few people out there, right? Listen, there's a few people out there, right, that did it in reverse. Went to jail, did all this shit, got out, came up, they well off. They know what not to do. You get what I'm saying? You hear Top Dog having wild TDE parties? Nigga been to the penitentiary from the projects. He know what comes of that. He know what not to do. QCP the same way, right? You got Diddy ain't never been in the beast of the belly. So in his mind, shit don't stink. His shit don't stink. He still think it ain't that serious.
Hey, so everybody, I don't know too much about this drug. Some people saying it's what they call Tutsi or Tutsi. I don't know what that is.
But that's what they said, and I think it's a drug trafficking case still coming. The white boy they caught with the backpack full of drugs trying to get on Diddy's plane. That's what they said was provided to a certain individual to fly on Diddy's jet to a studio in Virginia. Was that shit. Right? Then
Go ahead.
Then they catch the white boy. The white boy do a couple days, get out on some whatever shit. You think that white boy ain't cooperated and told them people any transactions he may have did with that man? Or whoever, whenever?
I would agree. By the way, they're saying, they also tell me that this Tutsi thing is ecstasy mixed with cocaine, and it has a pink tint to it.
Yeah, I just saw an article on it last night, pink cocaine. But that's the first time I heard about it was when they mentioned it with Diddy. Was somebody at a studio in Virginia or something said Diddy got on the phone, put an individual on the plane to fly some in, right? So now you got the white dude a week or two later after that, they catch trying to get on the plane, right? So now if they get this white dude, take him in as they did, and they ask him, did you ever provide this to this person? And he says yes. And he says, was it on this date? And they go on the phone and see any type of lineup. Then they got the person at the other end in VA talking about, Diddy called this in and this person got on the plane and brought this drug. And now they got that drug in New York. They're going to get I think it's more charges to come. We don't see the gun cases there. We don't see drug trafficking there. I think it's more charges to come.
There is a drug charge under the RICO, but we don't see the guns. Hey, hold on. So what people are telling me, again, I don't know too much about this drug, but they're saying this is a drug you take to turn up the party. Why the hell would Diddy, if you're facing sex trafficking charges, I would think this is some, like some people be drinking, or taking Xanax to kind of drown themselves out or whatever going on. I would think he want that because he got a lot on his mind. Why he got party drugs? That's freak off drugs. The freak off is over. Why would he have that?
Bro, listen. Hey, listen, bro. You never know what extreme people would do, bro. And people that do drugs, a lot of drugs, they party like this all the time. It takes more and more and more and more, bro, to get them to where they trying to go.
You think he had one last freak off in New York? In no way. That sounds tough.
No, I think that was just his personal shit. I would hope the only freak offs he had was personal, whatever woman he was with, right? And I'm a little confused. I thought I seen him get married, but then I thought I seen him in the room with somebody else. I don't know what Diddy got going on, but each his own. If they with it and they agree with it, shit, there ain't no law against it. But I'm just saying that the things he did, I think they were There was some things going on while he was doing these things that was in violation of the law. You know what I'm saying? And this is what they're gonna use against him having fun. Your fun was in violation of the law. You know what I'm saying? You can't be in a house and whip out your illegal gun and fire it in the backyard and say, nobody better not leave this motherfucker or else. Now put the music on. Because you can have one motherfucking Poindexter say, well, I did everything because he fired the gun in the air and said, well, we better not do. Everybody else going to be like, yo, he was just clowning around, bullshitting. No, for one, you can't fire a gun in the air like that. Two, if the gun illegal, you ain't supposed to have it. Three, if this person's saying they were in sustained fear or in fear or whatever, and because of that, this is why they did that, you're done.
Yeah, like even a kidnapping charge, you don't have to necessarily physically bar them. If they feel like they're in threat, that they can't leave without violence, that's kidnap. Hey, if Diddy's an addict, how does the arrest, like he got to come off some withdrawals? He's going to have withdrawals immediately, right? Like if he's locked up.
He's definitely going to have withdrawals. If he's doing something every day to keep him up, yeah, it's definitely going to have some withdrawals.
Okay, so how does this work? Do they hit up his dealer to make sure he get a little bit more and then wean him off of it or what?
What do you mean he in jail? What the fuck you mean? If he got to go through what he got to go through.
He's going to go through the withdrawals?
Hell yeah. What you mean? You think they going to come bring him a little drugs?
Bring him a little bit of Tootsie, like just give him a little.
No, you got to kick. We all seen the kick process. He got to go through his kick process.
Or are there like maybe drugs they could give him to help him with the withdrawals?
Yeah, they could definitely do that too.
Like prescription drugs, yeah.
They could definitely do that too, but then it'll have him addicted to something else.
Hey, I know you said he's gonna be on a different type of restriction, and obviously he's a high-powered person. But what do you think incarceration is looking like for him? Is he gonna be near any inmates? Does he got to worry about trouble?
Nah. They gonna every time. The only time an inmate gonna get to him unless the police want the inmate, the guards want the inmate to get to him. They gonna have Diddy ass locked away, on keep away. You know what I'm saying? When he go to court, he gonna go in his little paddy wagon. He gonna be single man selling, all that. Whenever he move, that hallway gonna be clear. He gonna be shackled down. They gonna take him to the showers every day and a half, back to his cell. You know what I'm saying? He gonna have his phone time, but other than that, he ain't gonna be around nobody. Because if something happens to him, the family gonna own New York.
Really? Jeez.
Hell yeah.
Man, I'm wondering if his time as a prisoner is going to be different than anybody.
They had Blueface on keep away high power. Suge Knight, when he used to have to go to the phone, they took him to the roof. They put him in a cage.
They did what?
Put him in a cage.
They put him in a cage.
Lock him in a cage with a phone. Yeah.
Why? Like this?
High power keep away. Drug kingpins. Yeah. It's real shit. If you go to jail, you gonna be high power keep away. That's a fact.
Well, good. Shit. Wait, hold on. Do they still got bars on your cell, or it looks like a regular room?
I mean, depending on what institution you at. Most of the time is, sometimes it's bars, sometimes it's a solid door with a little window.
Now, this is gonna sound crazy, and if it sound mad square, cool. But do you think the level of privilege Diddy, or his, status? Do you think that he's ordering meals in there, or he's eating the same thing as a regular prisoner? You think he's getting, a little extra honey bun? He got a little gourmet meal. My dude is used to whining and dining pretty good. Like, I don't know if he's down for the jail token.
That's gonna come down to what little hookup he could have going on off the record. You know what I'm saying?
But no special treatment usually for like just.
Nah. You ain't finna just because you in this area. That ain't happening. Now if you could, you got somebody want to bring you something in because you making something happen. Shit happens.
Jesus Christ, man! This is, chat. I'm in disbelief that Diddy would have drugs in his room. Come on, bro. Come the hell on. Even if you're still on the drugs, you gotta have it in your assistant's room down the hall, your homie's room. You can't have the drugs are chilling in your room. No way. Like this just seems like almost thinking you're above the process.
Bro, end of the day, if a motherfucker's an addict and he's addicted to something and he's free, it's a good chance he's gonna do his thing. You know what I'm saying? You know that.
Hey, by the way, 50 Cent hasn't really piled on yet. Why do you think that's the case? Do you think it's because,
I don't think 50 wished, he from the streets. We don't wish jail on nobody. He made trolling while he was out.
Nah, he definitely did with Preem, though. Preem, he definitely did. I remember that nigga was on New York City radio laughing. He said, Preem, when you hear this, I know you're going to be in your cell, nigga. I hope you die in there, nigga. I remember you said that. I mean,
but, we talking about some, some real personal shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that was definitely personal.
Every time a motherfucker look in the mirror, he got to remind you if that's what really happened. You get what I'm saying? So I get that, but I don't think Diddy did nothing to 50 that serious to where he
was messing with his baby moms.
Well, 50 didn't mess with a bunch of motherfuckers' baby mamas. What the fuck are we talking about? I get it, but I don't think he was with her, right? And they don't have that type of relationship. You know what I'm saying?
No. 50 wasn't with her anymore, but clearly, these two had a little feud going on. So I think D always thought that he was trying to get to him. 50 thought he was, always trying to
I would think so too. I would think it was intentional. I can't front. Ain't no telling what 50 might do. 50 might. I thought he was putting together a little series or something. And that series gonna hurt Diddy. But that surviving R. Kelly definitely affected R. Kelly.
Yeah, well, a lot of people believe that's the reason why they went so hard, right? By the way,
on R. Kelly?
Yeah. By the way, chat, they're saying Diddy appeared in court. He was sitting wearing a black shirt at the defense table with two U.S. Marshals standing behind him. Hold on, give me 1 second. I'm reading again. In federal court, they don't allow cameras. So you got to go from the reporters. They said his lawyer's Mark Agnafilo. You ever heard of his lawyer or no?
Nah, but I'm pretty sure wherever he got is top notch.
Okay. Apparently, the judge says you have a right to be represented by a lawyer for this proceeding. Any question? Blah blah. The indictment is 3 counts for racketeering conspiracy, including sex trafficking, forced labor, bribery, arson, obstruction of justice, and victim 1 was forced to engage in sex acts. You're charged with knowingly transporting an individual to engage in prostitution. Do you have a copy of the indictment? Apparently, his lawyer said yes. He said, Mr. Combs, how do you plead? And Diddy said, not guilty. The judge says, have we set a conference date? They said the conference date is Tuesday, September 24th at 10 a.m. Do you know what that means? The conference date?
I don't know. I don't know what that date is. I know this. They gonna start stretching them court dates out like the same way they do everybody else.
Oh, wow. Hey, by the way, this is what the AUSA says. These crimes carry a maximum sentence of life imprisonment or death. Wow. There's a risk of flight and that the person will obstruct justice or attempt to intimidate a witness. This is a presumption case based on sex trafficking.
See, and that's what's bad right now, bro, because that sex trafficking shit, bro, is bad. Mel Gibson had that movie that came out that everybody should go see. It's a real thing that's happening in our world. I'm gonna be real, Wack. I don't think Diddy's intent was to be sex trafficking, bro. I don't think he was like baiting people in and making you do this and keeping you hostage over here doing this. But whatever the definition is of that law, if he's within those parameters, that's how they gonna come at you, bro.
I was explaining last night, and do
you act? I don't think Diddy's a sex trafficker by how we know it to be, but the parameters in that law.
Well, that's the thing. I think some of these charges are ones that it's like even the RICO charge. I think we could even talk about. Let's say the YSL thing. right? They wanted to get Thug, couldn't get Thug, but then they used this gang charge to be like, well, all we gotta prove is that y'all are a criminal street organization, y'all are tied to each other. We have this guy for this shooting, this guy for that shooting, and we know you're the guy at the top because you've given this guy this money, you've paid for this. Now they create an organization that you didn't do anything in actuality in terms of what they have you physically doing, but you're now the head of some criminal organization and you're guilty of a RICO, right?
Yeah, exactly. That's how they came.
So it's like,
but they haven't been able to prove. They haven't been able to prove that.
What do you think? Oh wow! Oh shit! By the way, chat. Okay. This is what the AUSA. So the AUSA spoke. Then Diddy's lawyer spoke, and the AUSA. You know, Diddy's lawyer was saying, "Hey, we've been working with these guys, sending them emails. We were down to surrender passports. We stayed away from the jet. We've been trying to show that Diddy is someone who's looking forward to trial because we knew this was coming." The AUSA comes out and says this in response. It says the defendant poses a danger to these proceedings through obstruction. He should be detained pending trial. Okay? It says the government spoken to over 50 witnesses. We have sworn out warrants for cloud accounts. I don't know what that means. The search yielded 90 cell phones and 30 other devices, including the surveillance systems. The freak-offs are corroborated. Now, I don't know if that means it's on video, but probably means. It says 300 grand subpoenas have been sent out. And he says also, Diddy had appeared to be what seemingly is narcotics in his hotel room last night, a pink powder that previously tested positive for ecstasy and other drugs. This is a heartland detention case. His package is woefully inadequate. They're saying that the package that he offered, the $50 million, they're saying fuck all that. They say it only focuses on flight risk. He says that the defendant is a wealthy man. It allows him to flee quickly without detection. His counsel have taken steps to minimize his flight risk to set him up for an argument to be made today, but then his incentives were entirely different. He flew to New York 2 weeks ago. To compare, R. Kelly was detained. Jeffrey Epstein was detained on conduct going much farther back in time. Keith Rainier detained on all three grounds, even though the violence was committed by others. It says his incentive to flee changed when he was arrested last night. Wow.
They saw that jet land, but was fucked up. If the person that the company that's renting the jet out, he don't know what the fuck the jet's at, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right? Just rented it to somebody who, because you know, to fly to New York, you coming to Teterboro or Jersey or Connecticut, right?
Mm-hmm.
If somebody just came in there, that's fucked up, bro. If they didn't have Diddy on wiretap saying he's headed over there or headed in that route, it'd be one thing if they cornered him out, put him into the spot. But just because the motherfucking jet landed over there, bro, you don't know if those passengers booked that flight. He's not going to restrict, you know, hey, yo, they want to fly from here to New York. Okay, we'll rent them the jet. That don't got nothing to do with him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's what's fucked up.
By the way, do you think Diddy fucked up by making that apology video after the Cassie video came out? Because the prosecutors used that. They said, we fast forward to the video being publicized. They told about the Cassie video. It says the defendant admitted he was involved in the assault. It's clear you can't believe him because he previously denied doing any of the things he was accused of. It said, make no mistake, March 5th, and I guess that's when he apologized, is just one example. There's numerous assault, choking, and what else are they talking about? Jesus Christ. I ain't gonna lie. The prosecutors are giving this guy the business in court, man. This is bad.
They're gonna use all that against him, bro. Everything. That's what I'm saying. And we still don't see the drugs or the guns in there. Bro he got some problems, bro.
And this is hella sad.
I remember you saying, you know, yo, Wack, all the money Diddy got, man, fuck all that, bro. That shit don't mean nothing. Not dealing with the feds.
No, you're right.
Nothing.
You're right. I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. I definitely thought he was, he's at the heights of being above, not necessarily prosecution or getting charged, but when you have so much power, you could make things happen. Like for example, Jeffrey Epstein, when they first caught him, I think it was like a Palm Beach case. They had a secret court hearing that they gave him some special plea, and he basically just got on probation for being a pedophile, and they let him off. And he still was able. They didn't publicize. He was still able to do all his businesses. Apparently, he got like a halfway house thing, but he was allowed to leave for half the day to go to work. So he would still do everything he had to do. He just had to check in once a day. And everyone was saying no one ever seen this type of plea. You know why? He's powerful. When you see powerful men who have reach, like Diddy used to do the election stuff. Remember Vote or Die? So we don't know what politicians he might have, he might have up his sleeve, or maybe he brought them to a freak off. He got some information on them.
Yeah, but bro, you're right. But at the end of the day, none of that shit gonna matter. All that's gonna do is expose the fact that he may be intimidating or persuading. You get what I'm saying? That don't work in his favor, bro. I don't think they're gonna let him out.
Wow.
I don't think they're gonna let him out, bro.
Wow.
They're gonna say he's a flight risk. He's too influential. He may intimidate witnesses, all that kind of shit.
Yeah. Nah, this is definitely sad. Do you think this is gonna change up how everybody moves?
It already has. You think people ain't like, oh no, that's over with. We can't do that no more.
Yeah. Wow.
It already has, bro. Only thing people could do, the fans out there, writing, act, if you can get his address, that'll be, you want to look out for Diddy posting his address where he's at. That letter, that mail will help him. Give him something to do, something to read, something to think about. You know what I'm saying? Fans can write him. He ain't going to need no money on this book. He don't have that problem. And shit, say a few prayers for him, the ones that he's deserving of. But on the flip side, we got victims out there too. So we can't say because Diddy gets the popularity vote, right? It ain't nothing on.
By the way, with all due respect, that's his son's job to do though. Like they should. Hey, by the way, something you just said came up in court. Let me read this to you. Let me read this. It says, okay, Diddy's camp has argued that victim one. Remember, I told you victim one is Cassie. It says, okay, so basically, all right. Let me read this update. Diddy's attorneys taking on the narrative that the rap mogul is a brute and a bully, seemingly hinting there's more to the story regarding the 2016 hotel hallway incident involving Combs and the girlfriend, because the prosecutors mentioned in this video, Diddy's attorneys now trying to rebut it. So it says Diddy's camp has argued that victim one, which everybody's assuming to be Cassie, was looking through his phone and discovered he had more than one girlfriend, hitting the rapper in the head with a cell phone and taking off his clothing, which explains why he was in the hallway with a towel. It says his lawyer claims Diddy and the unnamed victim, which everybody assumes is Cassie, were very much in love until the woman in question cheated for years with the trainer the A-lister provided for her. Now they've reached out to Cassie for comment, because this what Diddy's lawyer's going at Cassie. Wow. Cassie notably married physical trainer Alex Fine in 2019, September. They shared 2 children together. Diddy's lawyer claims his client is not a perfect person, though found himself in toxic relationships, but claimed they were mutual. However, early in court, it was suggested that Diddy wrote a large check to an ex for 10 years. It's unclear who received the payment and for what reason, but even that is assumed to be for Cassie. I didn't know she cheated on Diddy for years.
That's all I'm gonna tell you, right?
Not that it's valid.
It should look like it's super deep, right? It looks super deep, right? Bro, we ain't seen shit. They probably let us see 25% of really what it is, bro.
I agree.
We ain't seen shit, bro. I'm gonna be real. And one thing for sure, he was out 6 months to the date from the time of the raid. Them folks, them alphabet boys, they don't come tap you on your shoulder unless they know they got something to hold you on. They ain't doing it. That's why he ran around for 6 months. Now let's think about it. How long would they investigate them prior to the 6 months? Prior to the raid? We don't know. You know what I'm saying? So right now, look, man, I don't wish nothing on him, but his victims out there. So, justice should be served on their side. I wish they could all sit down with him. I don't know if people was hurt, mentally fucked up, and maybe just work something out. But evidently they didn't take that route. But where we stand right now is dude got a problem. He got a situation. I will tell you this. To all my people, black entrepreneurs in the music game, our moguls are falling. Suge Knight fell. We got Biggie fell. Kevin Lyles just resigned. I don't know if he's retiring. I hear my main man Mike Kaiser's no longer at Atlantic.
Yeah, I heard
a lot of people.
Atlantic clean house. Atlantic clean house.
A lot of people that we have leaned on. A lot of people that open up doors for opportunities for people that look like us are being removed and erased. Pay attention. We gotta, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying it's the people's fault, but this is real shit. We will never ever get back to where we were if they keep knocking them down. Russell Simmons, Suge Knight, and Puffy right now. Probably some in there I'm missing. Our man L.A. Reid, remember? He got caught in the Me Too shit. You know what I'm saying? To where he was a big factor in those builds. It's a lot of people, bro, over the last decade been getting removed, erased. And that's less people act that that's why you so important. I'm so important. You know what I'm saying? The QCPs are so important. The top dogs are so important. Because if a motherfucker can't get to you, it's a lot of people that can get to me. And if I hear something, I'll be like, you know what? Bro may be interested in that. Let me make a call for you. Those things are very important, bro, for the things that we were doing.
Hey, no, you're making a lot of sense. But let me also ask you this, too. Is this a warning that maybe having too much power, obviously, I get you with, like, a lot of these guys who have built, and have been really instrumental in hip-hop. We're seeing a lot of them fall. But do you think that when, maybe these individuals, they got corrupted by just having too much power and thinking that they're above everything? You know what I mean? Again,
yeah, and getting away with a lot. And let's be real. Fuck it, let's talk about it. I'm finna get to my 100 side of the trenches shit. Let's get real. DJ K-Slay, my big brother, God body, taught me. Whatever you put in the universe, come back 360. Am I right? Fuck it, let's talk about a few things we know. Okay? You got the accusations of what went on in Vegas and who motherfuckers was tied to and this type of shit, right? Boom, accusations. Then we got our man over here. We got the lady in the club clearly saying, I seen who shot me. But another motherfucker took it to hit and went and laid down and did 9-10. And now he's speaking saying what it really was, right? We got other females, who's saying maybe it was some things going on, a little roughing up or whatever. Right? We got the other dumbass R&B singer who came out and talked about the situation, and now the girl appeared saying this would happen and this would happen and this would happen. Look, bro, my granddaddy, rest in peace, right, said when I was a kid, the sun don't shine in the same dog's ass every day. You put negative shit in the universe, eventually on that 360, on that circle, it's gonna get you. Let's be real. Pumpkin had a lot of allegations that he didn't maneuver his way out of them. Let's be real, bro. So niggas can't feel too sorry for, what a man chose to do. If they look up and say, yo, they just arrested Wack nigga that 19 bank robberies. And they come up with the evidence to show this and show that and show this and show that. Find a motherfucker backyard full of money. My nigga, don't feel sorry for me, nigga. I was moving, nigga. I didn't feel sorry for me when I got away. It's real shit. We can't turn this shit into some woe is me Puff. Yeah, some of us fuck with Puff. We appreciate what he did for the culture, for the music and all that shit. But it's also victims on the other side. It's victims who have mothers, who have brothers, who have children, and things of that nature, who probably right now might be fucked up for the rest of their life, to where now they significant other got to deal with them having dreams and screaming and not wanting to be touched a certain way because of whatever they went through. We have to include them as well. So we can't use this as Puff the music mogul. Yeah, but if Puff the music mogul also had another face, and that face wasn't right, he got to pay for that face, bro.
Yeah. Yeah,
He got to pay for that face. This is why I always say, I'm not a gangbanger, but I'm from Paru. I can't forget that, because Paru is another face. And some people remember that face, and that face did things, or may have did things to hurt or harm or make somebody feel some kind of way about me. So although I may have become this businessman or this or that, I can't say, well, that face is gone. No, motherfucker, remember that face when they see me. So I got to stay in touch and tune with what that is, right? And I hate to say it, but I brought that on myself, right? And if something come my way because of what I did 20 years ago or whatever the fuck it may be, or somebody I did something to in prison behind this gangbang shit, then look, bro, don't feel sorry for me, because I did that. And when I did that, my homies and myself, we celebrated. This shit come with it, bro. It come with it. I try not to add to it. You know, ain't nobody out that can say that I did something to them because they was a Crip, or because they was from here, because they was from there, right? I try not to add to it, but at the end of the day, Puff has done some things that people know you should have been took a fall for. And if he would have took a fall for 10 years, 15 years, would his success be that of today?
Nah.
So, you know, that's a blessing that you was able to sit here and enjoy that continuous. You know, now it's time to pay the piper, my nigga. It's what it is.
No, you're making some valid points. A lot of people agree
real
with you in the
shit.
chat. A lot of people agree with you in the chat. Hey, let me read you. Hey, Diddy's lawyer is going so hard at Cassie, even Dawn Richards. Let me read this. So Agnafilio, which is the lawyer, says, you know, they're talking about, they basically are now painting Cassie, who they clearly have identified this is a important witness for the prosecution. They're painting her as a chick who basically finessed money and got out of a situation. They're saying she got mad at Diddy cheating, so she started cheating, and she got paid for it after the allegations, but the allegations aren't true. Let me just read what supposedly said in court. By the way, shout out to Inner City Press. They're basically, you know, they did the same thing during the 6ix9ine case, type out what pretty much is saying in court.
There's no law against cheating, bro, if you're not married. There's no law. New York, I think it is, but she ain't do nothing wrong. I mean, not by the law, so they can say what they want.
So Agnafilio says, these two people are in love, meaning Diddy and Cassie. Victim one ended up marrying the trainer that Combs got for her. They had been cheating on each other for years. But now she got 2 kids with the trainer. Years later, she realized she had a good thing with Mr. Combs. She has her lawyer call his lawyer, say she has written a book. But if you want to buy the rights, you'll have the rights for $30 million. We have the recorded conversation. So now we get to find out when Cassie calls her for the $30 million, Diddy recorded that. It said it did not go well for her and her lawyer. And in November 2023, she sued. When he contacts witnesses, it's not to stop a criminal investigation. It's to not be seen. It's not to be seen. It's not to be seen as one. Why is it depicted as a one-sided thing? There's 30 million reasons, $1 a piece. She said, I'm going to write a book. You can buy the rights. This Dawn Richards lawsuit and Miss Harper from the same band. The lawsuit says he did a couple inappropriate things. Miss Harper said, that wasn't my experience. That's not intimidation. It's divergent recollections. There's nothing wrong with that. It says, I'm not even sure Dawn Richards is a witness in this case. My client hasn't done a darn thing wrong. We've interviewed at least 6 of these males. We ask, did it seem consensual? Now, that's assumed like the gigolos who were like fucking Cassie or whatever. Did it seem like the sex was consensual? Was anyone too drunk or too high? They all said no. Then the defense attorney continues. He says, is it sex trafficking if everyone wants to be there? No. We don't want the federal government in our bedroom. The kidnapping, We spoke to the victim. She did not use that word to us. One day, it may be heard Mr. Combs employs a security company. Mr. Combs got nothing to do with how guns are kept in his house. He needs security. In sections of LA and Miami he lives in, did they do it wrong? That's not for us to say, so they're blaming the security company. It's not his gun. R. Kelly? Well, that involved children. They can't consent. So they're saying, why are you mentioning R. Kelly in this case? That considered children. The indictment did not mention kids from what I've seen. So they're saying, why are you mentioning R. Kelly and comparing him to Diddy? They said Jeffrey Epstein, again, children. Keith Raniere, children. We have substantial bail package. Some family members are here. They love him. A $50 million bond secured by $48 million piece of property. And on August 20th, we paid off the $18 million mortgage. One day we're going to have a fair trial. We're going to have substantial defenses to each of these charges. Mr. Combs is handling this head on. He's become a punching bag. He's built businesses from scratch. His father was killed when he was 2 years old. He earned all of it. Mr. Combs has earned this court's trust. I have nothing else to say. The judge says any rebuttal to the AUSA. The AUSA says the defense counsel has his critique of law enforcement, but has not rebutted the presumption that the defendant should not be detained. 3 days after the lawsuit, the defendant is recorded saying he doesn't want to talk on the phone. It might be tapped. He uses armed security with defaced AR-15 stored in his personal closet. Yeah, right. Absurd. For the record, we are proceeding on a theory of lack of consent, that she was coerced to participate in those sex acts. The judge says he wouldn't be in danger, would he, if he only engaged with behaviors in what? He wouldn't be in danger, would he, if he engaged in these behaviors with consenting adults. The AUSA says we have the hallway video. We're thinking it's still about the Cassie situation. Then Diddy's attorney gets back up and says, this is a slippery slope. The government is going to say she was coerced. She had to say that for the $30 million. We have a serious bail package. I hope Your Honor could see that Mr. Combs had done things to show he's trustworthy. Again, I'm asking you to trust me. I have my eye on it. We speak 5 times a day. I want to thank Your Honor. The judge says, thank you. I'm going to take a short recess and invite pre-trial services to join me in a robing room. Look like the judge is going to consider this bail package. Wow. They're getting that Cassie, man. They're getting that Cassie.
I don't think Cassie could stop him from bailing out because they've been separated for quite some time without any incidents. You know what I'm saying? You notice there wasn't any incidents after she left where they saying he went over here, stalked her, did this, did that, did this, did that. I think the overall situation is what's going to have him in trouble. I think him contacting those people, like you just said, is going to have him in, that's the type of shit, they're going to say he has the influence to coerce a witness, to send somebody. We need to monitor who he's talking to, what he's saying, all this old type of shit. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that one thing they're going to use against him. If that call was made, I don't know. I don't know if they got phone record. I don't know how they know. But if that call was made, that's going to
hurt. On a slightly lighter note, because this is mentioned a few times in the indictment, what do you think, or if someone had to get you to think off top, what are freak off supplies? According to the indictment, they said it was the job of people in Combs' enterprise to resupply the freak off supplies. So to keep it always.
And like I'm saying, the only thing that could be used against him are drugs or restraints if the people say it's against their will. But let's be real, bro. The end thing that I hear about, I don't know really what the fuck they be talking about. BDSM fucking parties, right? And I just be hearing people talk on my side of the clubhouse. And I hear about all kinds of shit that they do, right? So what is for fun and pleasure and what's really against the motherfucker's will, right? If you got somebody that their pleasure is to be leashed and walked around, right? That's their pleasure, right? Do they later on say, he put this on me and made me crawl?
Well,
you see what I'm saying?
Well, that's the biggest thing about, obviously sex crimes is that, obviously, consent is the important thing, right? And you're hoping somebody's clear of mind, this and third, but could give consent. But you brought up a point earlier.
How can you prove it? You damn near got to do a fucking contract.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. Because even if there's no drugs involved, no alcohol, whatever, and they give consent, you do something, then their boyfriend find out, yo, you fucked so and so at the Fountain after they brought you backstage. Yeah, I've seen women who then, while get caught cheating and trying to explain it to their partner, they say, well, I really wasn't with it. I'm not a whore.
That's what I'm saying. Yo, listen, I'm going to tell you what the secret is. The secret is you got to have that 11 in 1, bro.
What's that?
11 in 1. You got to have your woman, your girlfriend, your business partner, your best friend, your nympho, your freak. She got to be able to turn into 11 different people in one. Then you ain't got to worry about it. You listen. You can't have a prude who just no. I'm not doing that, nigga. Well, listen. You got to have 11 in 1. You know what I'm saying? Do you follow R&B, by the way, because Adam 22 follows R&B. Do you follow R&B? You met R&B way before Adam on Clubhouse.
All right, well, here's the thing. I don't like following my homies, women.
I'm requesting that you follow my queen and you let people know. Say hi to Academics.
Hello, Ak.
Hey, how you, R&B? Yeah, no. Hey, listen, I only do it because you're
respect on her name. R_ANN_B. Adam did it on his own.
No, hold on, but you see, Adam, I ain't gonna lie. We black, so it's like, I talk to a lot of these rappers, and they all be getting into it over females. I like to stay away. I try to have respect, but I try to stay away.
Listen to me, right? Do you not have Academics' number in your phone?
I do.
Yeah, all my close friends. My woman has their contacts. In the time of need, I may have time just to say,
what's her Instagram? What's her